where we speak marriage through transparency. Hey guys, hey everybody, welcome back to the show. We are on and we are live today. Let me tell you, we just got off of Minister Lionel's show. Y'all know that he is a family friend. Not only that, he and his wife are doing a show on a father's note. And we had an amazing time over there. They just did us just some justice today. It was really, really, really good.
Yes.
So I would ask you guys to go on over there. They come on at 7 o'clock before we do. And I'm telling you, it was really, really good to watch the show today. It was just a lot going on. With that being said, how are you guys doing? We're so glad to be back. We're so glad to be back.
And we sorry we missed you guys last week.
Well, there was a reason we missed you.
Yes, it was.
There was a reason. And that's why we're here today. But before we get started with all of that, because we don't want to be before you long, we are realizing that we really need to take some time to do these things and not do them quickly, but do them in a reasonable time so that we can get back to what we need to be doing, not only for ourselves, but other people in our children. We have things that we really need to do as a family. So without further ado, we want to make sure that you guys go on to Spotify. Make sure that you go on to where else?
iHeartRadio,
iHeartRadio. Where else, man?
iTunes,
iTunes,
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music, and where else, man?
What else?
Google.
Google.
So we're on all social platforms, and we're also on Instagram.
Correct.
But we're on Instagram as you for me underscore at Let's Talk
We
Marriage.
put the link
We'll put the link somewhere in the comments because I think I might be wrong. We're just everywhere. We're also on Reddit. Like, how did we get on Reddit? How did you even learn about Reddit?
through a social network.
Oh my gosh. So, anywho, so the topic today is about how do you get your spouse or your significant other to relax, to get them to rest.
Yes.
So I've had this argument with my husband from the beginning because he is a provider. I literally haven't had to work in the last, how old is our daughter? She is 14,
Almost 13.
almost 13 years. I really haven't had to have an actual job.
Yes.
But
But you did work.
I did work. Well,
Yes.
when I was in school and I had to go and do like my internship
But you had other jobs as well.
here and there. But
Yes.
then I always had the opportunity to quit. So I never stayed at a job for a whole year.
Almost did one time.
What was that?
Um,
Don't say the name of the job. But
um,
what was I doing? Was it in the profession that I'm in now?
no, let me retract that.
Well, I have been in private practice now for a year, so I make money.
No, that right there is not a job. That is your practice.
That is a career.
It's
Is
a
that what
career.
you're
It's a
saying?
career. Now,
So, but I've been doing that, for a year now.
yes,
A year and a half now. So I'm super excited about, having my own practice. With that being said, so how do you get your spouse to take time out to get some rest, and to not do so much? Like you work, 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 work.
Mhm.
You come home, the children need you, I need you, the dog wants you, the dog is hiding now, the dog wants you, everybody's needing you. We just had a scare. So last week, the reason we were out is because he was hospitalized. His body decided to say, you know what, I don't feel like working no more.
Since you don't want to rest,
I'm gonna help you rest. So so actually went into the hospital. I thought he had a little cold. I was like, don't you come here with corona.
Yeah.
I thought he had corona. He was like, I don't
She
have.
grabbing the mask.
I'm wiping down everything, telling the kids to stay away from him.
While spraying her Lysol all over the place.
I'm spraying everything, and turns out you did not have corona.
No, I did not.
You
I told
actually, you were just not feeling well. And so we've had this scare before years ago, and it was rhabdomyolysis,
Yes.
where you overwork the muscles
Mhm.
and the muscles they just got tired.
I said, I'm
So
rest.
right. So you still did the same thing again, working, 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 and not, because I'm just asking you to do all this stuff. Like you just won't let me. I won't say you won't let me. You're just like, no, you don't need this now because we're trying to do this, that, and the other. I make more than you would if you went into work for a day. And I'm just like, that's so sad. Like that makes me sad when you say that. So why do you feel that you can't rest? What is the reason behind all of that? Because that aggravates me. Let me check my water.
Oh, oh, we doing this now.
What's the reason? Why won't you just rest?
Well, I need help to rest.
What does that mean? Because it sounds like you're being nasty. What does that mean? You need help to rest.
Well, I'm not being nasty. It's, when I need rest, I know you need rest as well.
Hmm.
But I can't rest if you're not rested.
Oh, what does that mean? You
Yes.
can't rest if I'm not rested.
Correct, because I know when I come home and you're not rested or not prepared or didn't do anything, I have to come home and
Don't tell the truth, shame the devil.
do it myself.
So, what are some of the things that you think that I should be doing? Because we had this conversation already, and because we're so transparent, we don't mind sharing this. And I like to say that these problems that I have, it's because of you. Oh, did your stomach just burp? These problems that I have is because of you.
Yes, because I spoiled.
You have spoiled me. But
Yeah.
go and tell the people. I'm not going to be mad about it. Go ahead.
Well,
Mhm.
so your assistant with the cooking.
I hate cooking. Go ahead. That's number one.
With the children, sometimes I go for it.
Oh no, your kids can take care of themselves. Number
Now
two.
they can.
Come on. Are you trying to say I'm not a good mom?
Oh no.
What are you saying?
You are an impeccable mom. But
Okay,
it's
so
like when I come home, you
tell
say
me something.
when I come home, you like I can rest.
I just so can I explain or do no, you finish your
No,
stuff.
you can explain.
No,
Please.
so I'm gonna explain.
Yes, please.
If
Yes,
I've
explain
been
yourself.
home all day, like I've been a stay-at-home mom for what was it, like 13 years,
Yes,
right?
13 years.
So I do have a private practice now. I was in school. I had to do all those what?
Not
No,
really
why
13.
you puffing your lips?
I had to think about it, not really 13 years because it was almost 2 years. You was in school so much till we didn't see you almost at all.
Yeah.
But I was coming to work, coming home with the kids all day long, make sure you had dinner on the stove. You come home, put your clothes on the floor, I pick it up, you go straight to bed, eat your
This
breakfast.
is
You wake the next
lies.
next morning, I come home,
This is
you
a
back
lie.
out to school.
Lies.
Well, you was
No. As
but
far as the school stuff, yes.
you was really that some class you had was really tough.
So,
And we knew that.
but would you say that you understood
I
what
did.
I was going through,
Yeah, that's
having
all.
to be home with the kids all day, cooking, cleaning, and making sure that the house was
Yeah.
together?
I do understand. 100%. 100%. 1,000. I understand the reason why. Remember when the kids was born?
Hmm.
How often you got out of bed?
Well, I couldn't because I was on bed rest.
Whatever.
So no. So, but what I'm saying is that it is difficult. So from the time they get up in the morning, from just once they hit the floor, especially our oldest daughter in this marriage, once she hits the floor, she is
like a bunny rabbit.
She is everywhere, even from a baby. She's 14 now, so she's still.
You remember she used to jump out dang on the bed?
Yes.
Climb out it?
Climb right out the bed.
1-year-old climbing out the bed?
So, but they all climb.
No, this one climbed out the bed. She's the only one we had that climb out the bed.
That would flip.
That would flip out the bed.
So because we had to do that, getting up, early in the morning. I remember when you first started working at the job you're at now, and you were like, "Hey, we're gonna have to figure something out." The kids they were a lot. And I didn't understand because the world that I came from, I didn't have to do all of this.
Yes,
So we have these babies. Don't roll your eyes because
I
I'm
didn't
trying to
roll
tell
my
you.
eyes.
I felt like you rolled them. I felt it in your spirit. You closed them and you turned your eyes.
I drank some water.
So after all of that, getting the kids settled, you said we had a whole conversation and you said, if you want me to get this job, you're going to have to help me a little bit better
Your kids with the bed at
with
7
these
o'clock
kids.
every day.
I had them kids in the bed at what time?
7 o'clock.
Every day.
What
So
happened now?
not only were you, so they're older. We couldn't wait till they got this old. Like, so they cook now. They can cook for themselves. They clean up behind themselves, which is good. So what do you expect me to do after work? No, I really want to know this because I have my own business. Now I'm having to shrink back some of the things, and that's upsetting to me because I'm having to shrink back some of the things that I do so that because we homeschool the kids and we've been doing this for so long, I can't take those things away from them.
Right.
So I'm having to not stop my dream, but to pull back a little bit on it so that we can advance our children because we have these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that you think that I should be doing, especially if you come home? Now, I may not always cook, but when you come home, your house is clean.
Correct.
Your children are not going super crazy.
Correct.
They're just happy to see you.
Yes.
The other day,
So you're not happy to see me?
I'm happy to see you.
I hope so.
I need you. I want to see you.
Uh-huh.
So what happens? What do you think that I should be doing, like literally all day? Because sometimes, and this is just transparent, I feel like I'm just like a maid all day, a maid. And you get to go out and see people. You get to have all this fun. This is what I'm thinking in my head. I know where you work. I know what you do. But I'm like, you get to go and see people, and I'm just.
I don't want to see those people. I'm sorry. Those people are depressing. Even the people, coworkers are super depressing.
So tell
my
the people
God.
where you work at.
No, I'm not telling
Without
them where I
saying-
work at. No,
No, you can't tell them where
I'm
you
not
work
telling them where I work at.
at. Okay. Well, can you tell them that who you work for?
No, I ain't telling who I work with either.
But the type of job that you
It's
do,
very stressful.
it's stressful.
Stressful.
Why are you saying stress? Because you just can't.
It is all the above.
Make it crazy.
But the thing is when I go to work at 7 o'clock. No, I'm sorry. Let's go a little bit back. Let's go travel in time when we live in the apartment in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
not Hollywood, California. So yes, in Florida. So you remember when we had one vehicle and I had to catch the bus back and forth,
Yeah, I remember.
and I was sleeping maybe 30 minutes out of the day.
That wasn't my fault.
No, I did not say that was your fault.
Good.
It was my responsibility to make sure everything was taken care of. So I did not mind getting on the bus, going back and forth, make sure everything was taken care of. Even though some people feel like I should have took the vehicle to work, I'm like, how? What? Why dare? Why would I dare do that? When you need the vehicle to take my children back and forth to school, and you got those things taken care of. Some people think selfishly, but now since we at the point where moving on to that time,
Mm-hmm.
our children are bigger. They can take it. They are more sufficient for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to pull back some of the things I do and allow them to begin to do some things. So when I come home from work, I can rest. But we both need to rest together.
That still sounds nasty. So
No,
when
it's
you-
not honestly. No. Wait. It's not nasty. No, it's not nasty. Because sometimes it's good to be in the bed, just laying there, not trying to do something physical, but it's relaxing, spending time with each other.
I get that, but I don't think you're answering my question. I think you're skating around it. Stop blinking your eyes. I think you're skating around my question.
I don't skate.
Why is it? Why is it that you have to almost go to the hospital? And this is for some men too. Excuse me. Go into the hospital.
Because we feel like we got to do it all.
You feel like you can't or you can.
We have to do it all.
Well, what all do you think you have to do?
Everything.
Like what?
Well, pay all the bills, cook, clean, wash the clothes sometimes, because I feel like
What the heck?
No, let me finish.
I almost said
Let
a
me-
whole.
You better not say it. We lie all the way. Like
Go
no,
ahead.
the reason I say it that way because even speaking to some people at my job, they do all of them things. Anyway,
I'm talking about you at this
let me
point.
finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Gee whiz, let me cut me off. Yeah, be quiet for a second. Uh, I feel like they do all of it, but for me, I just do it because for some reason, when I come home, I feel like you deserve more, and I'm trying to give you as much as I can to make you happy. But sometimes I forget to take care of myself in the process of it, and that's my fault. I actually spoiled all of y'all at one time. Tell y'all actually wait till I come home to get some things done. That's my fault. I cannot blame you for that. I have to take responsibility for that.
Oh, that sounds very, very sweet, but I can only imagine how it relays over into the airways. So, but I do agree that you do a lot. You really do. And when you get home after, and I wonder if most women think the same way, is when you get home, it's like, oh God, now I can kind of just chill a little bit because daddy's home. But then we're not thinking about, or I'm just going to put me in it. I'm not thinking about like the day that you've had because I'm only thinking about the day that I've had with the children and all the things that I've had to go through, with them, and not looking at how to schedule out our time to really be together. Um, so sometimes it angers me that we get what we get and we can't get upset as far as like our parents and the things that they had to go through and not setting us up in a way that we don't have to work so hard just to make a dollar, and then you get married and you barely get an opportunity to spend time with your spouse. And the thing that I like is that at least, like for us, we like each other and we love each other. Like, the other day, our daughter, she was sitting in the bed and she was like, I miss daddy. I was like, well, he was just here. She was like, yeah, but he's at work all the time. And when he comes home, he has to go to sleep and we won't see him until the weekend. Then you guys do your show and then boom, he's gone. And I'm like, I know how you feel. Why is our throat so dry?
I don't know.
I know how you feel because I told her, I said, I feel the same way. And what did I do? I let her call you at work.
Oh, I feel so special. You know, what I'm discovering is, yes, we need rest. This 3 days I was home with you in the bed, literally just laying there. It was very peaceful.
Hmm.
I was able to get some mental rest, physical rest, and spiritual rest.
Yeah.
That is so important in a marriage, and it helps you to expand each other more because when you are more rested, you can think better.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, oh my God, when you did get your full rest, the meal that you cooked. Oh, let me tell you, now I can cook. My grandmother showed me how to cook. I can cook. I can throw
Yes,
down.
she
And,
told you some mean
me and my sisters,
lasagna.
we can throw down.
Yes,
But I
yes, I
hate
can.
the kitchen. So what I'm doing is teaching my oldest daughter how to cook certain things so that I don't have to. That's bad, but it's still good because I'm like, your husband will be happy that I've shown you how to do
Hmm.
these things. Be quiet. But still, I'm teaching her so that we don't have to sit. I just feel like sometimes, I'm having to do everything, but I realize that I'm actually not. Like we're working as a team,
Yeah,
and if I'm not careful, and I would say this to all women, if you're not careful, the enemy will speak to you in your ear and tell you all these things that are not true. So I have to, I speak with my husband, I tell him what I'm going through and how I'm feeling and the frustrations that I'm having, and we work through them together. I also speak to our children, and we have like our little family time. I love it because they understand their part. Like
yeah.
today, our son, he washed all his clothes, he folded them, and I was so proud of him. I was like, oh my God, thank you for doing that. I didn't have to yell at him. I didn't have to scream. He went outside, played with his friends, and all his stuff was clean. And his room was clean, and his sister helped him make up his bed. Those little simple things like that help me because I like cleanliness.
And when they help her, it helps me. Because when I come home, I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about, certain things that is not done. And we could both lay down together and get some good rest.
Yeah.
And even if we just lay in the bed and got television, that is peaceful.
Hmm.
You know, just me getting the rest alone, that's just me getting the rest.
Hmm.
But sometimes the company of resting is completely different.
Yeah. 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 I must admit, like the first time you went into the hospital with the same foolishness, I didn't
It
understand it
wasn't
because we were,
foolishness. It was dangerous.
what, yeah, because you almost died. Like literally, you flatlined on the bed.
Yes.
And this second time, the first time we were young and I really didn't know what was going on because they didn't allow me in
But
the
at the
back.
same
They just
time,
rushed you back.
but that remember that time I had one pneumonia as well.
Yeah. And this time, and you collapsed in the shower. Like we had to call the
Oh no,
ambulance.
that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had to call the ambulance. That I mean, you're a
But
big old guy.
but the second time,
Yeah.
remember I threw all in place.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
dangerous. That's why it's important to get the rest and mentally rest. You
Hmm.
know, just because you think you're strong, you've been doing it, your body's here telling you to rest, you're about to take that time of rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, even if you're just home sitting around, if your mind is not at rest, you need to find some place to get yourself some rest.
So, what are some of the things that I was able to help you with in order for you to get this type of rest? Or even if I didn't do it, what are some of the things that you think that you need as a man for me to help you with?
Well, number one,
And don't you talk about cooking.
I was not saying not about no cooking. My
Because
mind wasn't even on
you
cooking.
eat some fast food tonight.
Number one, I'm not eating no fast food.
No, you're not.
Number one, you close that curtain.
Okay. Let me tell you, my best friend. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know if you're on here listening. She had got us some blackout curtains, and I was telling her, I was like, I don't have them here. I don't know where to find them. This girl got us some blackout curtains, and I'm telling you, I closed that curtain, and it's like nighttime in my room.
Yes.
All day, it's nighttime. Oh, I love it.
So that's one. Number two, when I come home, I'm in the house already be peaceful anyway. When I come home, I don't have to feel like I have to go right to work.
Hmm.
Like I was telling my wife when we first got married, I said, when we were working hard and she was going to school and whatnot, I used to tell baby, I don't want to come home from work and go back to work.
Right.
Because your body never get a chance. A couple of times she's look at me telling, "What? Wow, you about to fall down?" Yeah, I'm kind of sleepy. I'm sleepy and standing up sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like and I understand what she said. She's home with the kids all day long. So now I'm home. She feel like I've been at work sleeping all day long.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
goodness.
I get to work at 11 o'clock. I'm literally up all night long, walking back and forth, doing certain things, doing certain projects, carrying things upstairs, downstairs. Then I work another shift, doing the same, sometimes a little bit more, or going back and forth, transporting things from one facility to another facility. And when it all boil down, when you finally sit down, your body's saying, "Oh, great, you sit down, go sleep."
Yeah.
And at work, you can't sleep, so you got to do choice but to stand up and continue to walk around so your body can stay functioning. When you
Hmm.
come home and I sit on the couch, why you talking about, "Oh, you going to bar?" I said, "Yes, dear, I'm tired." "Oh, no, we want to look at the movie." I said, "All right, we look at the movie together." And then she know I'm sleeping. "God, go to bed, go to bed." Okay, yes, I'm going to bed. I don't care you mad, I'm going to bed. I'll be tired.
Yeah.
But now I'm understanding at my age, I need to rest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do need to rest. I mean, when I used to do when I was 20, in my 30s, I can't do it no more.
No, you can't. You can't. Seeing you lay in that bed last week was that wasn't last week. That was last
Yeah,
week
last week. Yes,
because last
but
Sunday
the
this
reason I
time.
slept that way because you gave me some money.
Yeah, I did give you some NyQuil.
Oh,
We
that's
went to
good
the
for me.
hospital. The doctor said, "What in the world? What kind of NyQuil was this?" I said, "Listen,
She flipped it already to
I
the
thought
tail. It was about to run over.
I
Like the
thought
cup running over.
I said I thought it was I thought he had COVID."
Oh,
The doctor said, "What kind of NyQuil? This man is snoring." They were poking and priming him with everything, and he was,
listen, I was in the waiting room and she talking about, "Babe, wake up." All right, all right. Literally, I was going to sleep like this here. I'm like, this ain't working out. This ain't working out.
it wasn't working, Lord have mercy. But you were able to get,
Oh, I got some plenty of rest.
you got plenty of rest. And we didn't bother you.
And I understand that side, but no.
Yeah.
Your body have to rest. Your body
Yeah.
have to rest.
But that also makes us work even harder because we have goals and things that we want. I think that this generation, and because I'm seeing a lot of my associates and things like that, breaking generational curses. They're breaking so many things, and we are a part of that as well, where we're breaking certain cycles and certain generational cycles, so that our children
Yeah.
and can have. But we can't kill
Correct.
ourselves, with trying to reach our goals.
Yeah.
So we're having to step back just a little bit
Yeah.
so that we can live and make sure that we are taking care of one another. Because if you're gone, then what's the whole purpose? What's the point?
Yes. Yes. You're right.
So as much as I may not, like you going and doing these things, I know that you have to. And then I have to just, bring back some things and just say, okay, this is what has to be done. I have to do this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
And so that helps, a lot to know, like, that you're still here, because I don't want anything to happen to you.
Oh,
That's very scary.
that's very scary.
Seeing you just laying there, and everybody's like, oh, they don't know. We just have to go and keep getting tests.
Yeah, nobody understand, but the body will tell you you need rest.
Yeah.
The Bible tell people you need rest, you need rest. I mean, God bless and give us wisdom. Use the wisdom God gave us. And rest. Allow your body to rest. Wake up and enjoy yourself. I mean, I woke up, I cooked a beautiful breakfast. I turn around, I take the kids. I mean, we went outside, we went to the park, we had fun.
Yeah, we
We had a
did.
good time, and I wasn't drained at all. And at the same time, I didn't even have to change my diet around so I won't be sluggish.
Yeah. We've stopped eating meat. Well, I've been eating meat, but you stopped eating meat. Don't roll your eyes at me. I started out good.
No, you don't. No, you started off strong.
I started off real strong,
And
but you
little
gotta
by
be,
little.
but you gotta be like, I like chicken
Yeah.
and shrimp.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
When I smell it,
Yes.
it just does something to
Mm-hmm.
me.
So you went a little by
Nah,
little.
you gotta be like Dr. Miles Monroe. You heard what he said. If you want to see a finished product of what you want, you gotta cultivate me, baby.
Oh.
Don't you take the chicken out the house. Listen, I already don't eat bacon no more. Now, come on.
I'm not
Look at me giving.
because Sarah gonna kick out behind me. Oh, chicken.
My baby said, y'all want to be vegetarians.
That's
My-
your problem, not
My
mine.
oldest baby, she said, y'all want to be vegetarians, not me. So we had to show her how to clean, chicken, clean the meat real good, because she really wants it.
And she
tell
does
her,
a good job.
She does a good
Oh, yeah.
job. She made a mistake last week, remember?
She put that cayenne pepper in
She
there.
put cayenne pepper. I was like, babe, taste
She
this.
thought it was seasoning salt.
She wasn't reading. She just
If you had a cold, it was delivered.
Yeah, she didn't think she thought it was paprika.
And you coming into my baby, try this. I'm like, what's going on? I'm so sleepy. I'm like, what's going on? What is?
You said no. It
It
tastes
tastes
good.
good. It was good. I know it was good, but
My
then
tongue was on fire.
when she walked out the room, I'm like,
Can you give me some water, please? But she is learning, and she just thought it was so funny. She ate that chicken. She was like, got a little kick, mommy. I got a new thing.
he had a kick.
Oh man, but she's trying, and I'm so proud of her. Like, at least
Yeah.
she's doing her own things, and I don't have to. She doesn't have to sit and wait for either one of us to cook. She'll have
But
to
no,
be ready.
no, we still have to help with that macaroni and cheese. You know, we'll have to do it.
Yeah, she makes some mac and cheese today. It's disgusting. But anywho, so we want to do a new segment. Do you want to get started?
Great.
So we used to have a segment called Pillow Talk. Well, when we first started this idea, it was called Pillow Talk, and we were doing this with two other couples actually. And so, because everybody kept saying, "Oh, I have this to do. Oh, I have that to do,"
We got tired of waiting.
we got tired of waiting, and we said, "You know what? We're gonna do it how we want to do it." And we called it,
Y'all come on.
"If you come on, you come on. If you don't, you don't." But we ended up calling it "Let's Talk Marriage." So that's how that all started. Like, we literally started with two other couples
Have
in
make a
our
logo
house.
and everything.
Yeah, we did everything, and we started in our home, and we used to just every Sunday just sit around as couples and just talk about different things that were
Every
going
Sunday,
on.
but the sun up and sundown.
Yes, we started, and then we would end really, really late, and they enjoyed it. We loved it so
Yeah, it
much.
was fun. It was actually really
Maybe we
exciting.
could do that again and just bring them on, because we still talk to these
Oh.
couples.
We ain't gonna stop talking to them.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just saying maybe we'll bring them on. One came on before,
Yes.
so maybe we'll do the whole thing again. So it was really cute.
Yes.
So now we are deeming this segment. Now it's 8:30, so we're gonna do Pillow talk. Okay. So I have some questions. You're gonna do pillow talk. You gotta lay down when you do pillow talk. You gotta lay down. Lay down. Your neck is. Who says that? How is your neck short? Give me this pillow. So we did this segment pillow talk, right? So your neck is too short. What does that mean? We'll talk about that later. So those of you who have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can always comment. We are always here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook with different posts that we may post there, and it's under Let's Talk Marriage. But you will find us here live every Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. We come on after a Father's Note. Lionel Nelson,
Correct.
Lionel. Lionel, yeah. That's how you spell his name, and the last name is Nelson. So you can find him on Let's Talk Marriage at 7 p.m. before we come on. They have, I mean, him and his wife, they've been married for some years and they're Christians, and he has some stories, I'm telling you, that that are just out of this world sometimes. So, but with that being said, we're going to get started with Pillow Talk. So I have these questions
Yes.
that I ask, and these are like level 2 questions, like questions that are completely transparent. Okay, are you ready?
Let's go.
I'm going to start. So I'm going to ask you, and then you can ask me the same question. So we're both going to answer.
Okay. So
And if anybody is online, you want to answer these questions, you can answer them too. Just put it in the comment section, and we'll post it here online. If not, we'll just keep going. So, what is a moment in your life or in our relationship that you felt undeniably loved?
Transparency.
Yes. And wait.
You asking the question.
I know. Okay. You know what? Go ahead. Be completely transparent. I'm not going to be shy. Go ahead.
When let me see, right after Faith were born.
What did I do?
Can I finish talking?
I'm sorry. I do have a tendency to do that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
At that time, you were, I believe you were depressed, angry, and mad at me at the same time. And you refused to do anything.
This is where you felt undeniably loved?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because you barely talked to me, touched me, or anything else. I used to come home, I had to cook. Right before I go to, I had to.
This is where you felt I loved you. Oh, okay. Finish.
The night, they say, felt like undeniable.
What did you think that said?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Go finish saying what you were saying.
When the time I did not feel the love.
Oh, well, say that. Go ahead. No, let me hear this.
And then you used to lay in the bed and feel like, oh, I ain't doing nothing. You got dinner ready for you to go to work? Yeah, that's why it's work. Afternoon shift. I was barely home. I hated that shift. And I felt it literally alone. I almost feel like a single father for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then when you got tired of me not being home, you just might go back to the regular shift. Because you didn't see me at all. You didn't really, literally, you did not see me. Then after that, all that went through transpire. The day I felt the undeniable love from you is when we reconnect. And we went through all that we've been through and was able to sit down and have a talk. And we actually reconnect to a point where I was completely all head over here like a teenager in love with you.
So can I? So can I talk to that?
Yes, you could talk to that. You could respond to all of it.
So that was postpartum. I had just had a baby.
The baby was 4.
Damn. You need to stop doing that. Seriously? I am shaking my feet under this table. Don't my baby was 4. I then listen, dude. I was pregnant back to back to back to back to back. If she was 4, that means I was pregnant with Israel. Did you
You didn't
see me clapping my hands? I'm
You
reaching
did.
for the air
You
now.
you have to you about almost 5 years old.
No, that's not even true. I was pregnant again. They are 4 years apart. You kept me pregnant. This is why we can't have no more babies.
No, you can't have no babies. So.
I can't deal with you.
Next question.
No, we're going to talk about this. So, I mean, no, seriously, that's how you felt? I'm going to put this card down. That's how you felt? This is pillow
At the
talk.
time,
This is
yes.
track. Okay. So, I remember then, I absolutely hated being married.
Oh, I remember you remind me every day.
I hated
You
it
wanted, and you always say you wanted a divorce. You wanted a divorce. You wanted a divorce.
because I didn't understand how to be married to you. You were constantly gone. It was no more fun anymore. Like it was
No,
fun when we were. Are you gonna let me finish?
Go ahead. Finish.
Because I let you talk.
Yes, you should. I'm saying.
Now I don't even want you to move your arm. But we constantly, it was too much for me. I didn't understand a man like you. All I wanted to do was party and have fun, and it was just no more fun anymore. We had these babies. I couldn't travel. We couldn't do, and I was just like, what is going on? We had no help. Nobody wanted to help us. Not that it was their responsibility, but then I'm thinking in my mind, grandparents are supposed to do this and do that. Our parents and everybody knew what my mom was going through. Your mom did not like me. My grandmother was like, "No, I already raised you. I ain't helping you with no other kids."
And nobody taught us about our finance.
We were alone. We both were alone. So because you were the closest thing to me that I could take things out on, this is complete and total transparency. I took it out on you.
You sure did. But
I'm
one day, I
sorry.
remember when you told me one time. You said, I feel like you deserve this.
God dang. All this on live, okay.
Well, you said transparency. you said it.
I did.
You said 100%, and I'm being 100%.
You're being 100%, and these are your feelings.
But
We've talked about this before, so this is all in the past. This is not now. We've been together for what, 16 years?
Yeah, 15 married.
We've been married 15. We've been together 16. This was at the beginning of our marriage.
Like, and I'm glad we went through it, so we don't got to go through that no more.
And this is what I mean by pillow talk. That's why we have our pillow here. Yes. This is pillow talk. This is what, like, when you've gone through certain things, we can share stuff with people that that doesn't bother us anymore.
No.
We don't have those same struggles and problems anymore. But in the beginning, let me tell you, it was rough, and I hated
because we had nobody to talk to. I definitely didn't talk to nobody. Yeah. I was scared to talk to anybody because I didn't want to get back to the house.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hear it again, so I kept it to myself.
Yeah, we had too many people
trying to get involved in our business.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Like, why is it that people, they don't have no money to give you? They're not trying to help you as far as saying, hey, let me just watch the kids for you so that you can get, time in your relationship. We did that for other people, but nobody did that for us. Like, I was stupid, literally watching other people's kids, but nobody would ever say, hey.
And I had to stop you from doing it because what happened when I came home, you gave me the kids.
That was bad. That was so bad. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to bring that up. That makes me feel sad.
And for me, what I did for her is when I noticed that she would go into a drought, I would come home from work. I remember one time I told her, just go out. Just go out. Just go out. And I would fall asleep on the couch. She looked at me. She said, oh, he's asleep. She was gone. Ooh.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I did not care about when we stay at home with the kids. I wanted her to get out the house so she could feel some type of way.
Yeah, in the beginning of this marriage, let me tell you, had I known, but if because they always say hindsight is 20/20. If I think I would have wanted to do things the same way, because had things been the way that they are now, we wouldn't be together. Because it would have just been too easy.
If we had the help, if we had support, I think we would have been divorced.
We would have been divorced
because it was nothing to keep us. Because we would have been dependent on other people instead of depending on each other.
Yeah. So God designed it just the right way.
He knew we could handle it.
Yeah, and we did,
No, we were
and
strong
we
enough.
still are.
Yeah.
Like we don't,
We still together.
and so many people are mad.
Oh, I don't care. That like I always said, it doesn't matter what people say. What we say is what matters.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't understand in your marriage, what you say in your marriage should matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you speak blessing upon your marriage,
It's going to be blessed.
if you speak curse upon your marriage,
It's
it's
going
going
to
to be
be
cursed.
cursed. Yeah.
So all the time, I told my wife, no matter how she feels, I said, sweetheart, it's going to be all right. We're going to make it.
Yeah.
God have something special for us. We got to go through what we're going through to get what we got to get. Because it's not just for us. We're going through this.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody got to hear the testimony some type of way. He said we are delivered by our testimony. People get delivered from the testimony.
Yeah.
So if you have no testimony to give a person, how can you help somebody?
Wow, I agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly with that, because we do have a testimony. If we completely, your cousin said this, and I said this, on a show before, that sometimes when you are transparent, the people that were in your life that did certain things, because when you're telling your testimony, some people don't want you to share it because it shines a light on what they've done. But we are so emotionally different now to where we understand that what other people were going through, they needed to go through that for them. And what we're going through is what we needed, for us. But we are healed from all that hurt and all that pain and all that past trauma and all that other foolishness, that we're now able to be better parents. I'm able to be a better wife and mother, and to understand what I need to do in order to make this house run in a way that after you're challenging and fighting the world and fighting the people at your job and the things that you have to do, because you go to a demonic place every day.
It is very demonic.
And then when you come home, I tell the kids all the time, and they can recite this for you. When daddy comes home, he does not need to come to a nasty house. He doesn't need to come home to whining and aggravating children. Give him a moment to take a break. Let him go to the restroom. Let him do the things that he needs to do. And he will come out and greet you and see you and do all these things that you want. But then he has to go to sleep.
Yeah.
We'll do something. We'll plan something for the weekend. So I have to protect him just as well as he protects us. I don't ever want you to come home and feel like you don't belong here.
Yeah.
So it took a while for me to understand that and not listen
Because
to the voices on the outside.
you know what
This is still pillow talk, y'all.
you know what comes down to what I think about. People need to learn how to respect other people's stories and experience.
Mm-hmm.
People do not respect other people's experience because it exposes them of their foolishness.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, that's something that's right.
Yeah, good.
And people literally get mad because of your experience and then want to try to deny you of your feelings. And I think that is so wrong. And at the same time, I gotta admit, it's almost like it's wicked. Because they want you to deny who you are so they can be lifted up.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I think people need to stop doing that. And if they could finally admit to respect your experience, they could probably be delivered themselves.
They just talked about this on Lionel's show, on a Father's Note, about respecting each. That comes with emotional maturity.
Yes, yes.
So sometimes ego comes in and says, "Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Do you not know who I am?" We have to learn how to pull back the ego and say, "You know what? That hurt me when you said that, but I want to try to be better. How can I do this in a different way to help you understand me and me, and you understand me and me understand you? What can we do to make this better?" It's a difficult thing to do, but it is doable. You just
Yeah.
have to open your mouth, just like I tell our children. Hey, if you want something, instead of fighting for it or arguing, say what it is that you want. People are allowed to have their boundaries. They are allowed to say no, just like you are allowed and afforded those same things. Don't overstep. And if you've hurt someone and you don't know how they've been hurt, you can ask them, "How have I hurt you?
Yeah.
What have I done? How can I make this better? If you want a friendship with this person or if you want something with this person. If not, let it go,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? So that was really good. I didn't know that you understood this way, but I'm gonna read the question again and I'm gonna answer it. So, what is a moment in our relationship that you felt undeniably loved? I think that in our relationship, the time, if I can be completely transparent, is the day that you told your mother that she was no longer welcome in our home because of the things that she did. I thought that you were a complete mama's boy. And when you had to tell her no, that day we were sitting in the house and she brought your baby mama over, and some other people were at the house and they were causing drama in front of our door. The day that you took up for us is the day that I was like, well, I've never seen anybody do that. I thought that nothing like that would ever happen. And when you did that, I see you clenching your jaws. Are you okay?
I'm good. No, no, I'm good. I'm good.
When you did that, that made me, as you can see, things changed. Something clicked in me. So all the times that you told me, I love you, please don't listen to these people. Listen to me, listen to me. I understood then. And that's when you started to see me change because I saw then that if you could do this to your mama, something in me needed to change. So that was the day that I felt undeniably loved. So let's go with question
Next
number two.
question.
We're still in pillow talk right now, guys, and we're
Mhm.
almost done. What's a feeling you're uncomfortable sharing with me? Because I think that you just wide open today. I don't think you're uncomfortable at this point. But what is a feeling you're uncomfortable sharing with me?
Mm.
Maybe we should get a different question because I think we've
Yeah,
asked that before.
yeah. I don't want to answer that question.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yes, I
Yeah.
mean that's kind of getting too rough now.
So ask me something. This is another question. Ask me something you think is off limits.
For you,
Ask me something
there's
that you think.
nothing that really off limit for me.
Ask the question. What do you think is something that's off limits?
It's nothing really.
Nothing.
No, I
We're
can't think of
very,
nothing.
very open with each other.
Yeah, I don't think
Like some
you.
of these questions are like, what type of, what people are not.
We prefer to talk to each other about certain things, a lot of different things, and even things that's very uncomfortable. But then we learn at the same time not to bring it back up because it make you feel too uncomfortable talking about certain things.
Mm. Okay, then finish the sentence. When I'm hurt, I what? When you're hurt, what do you do?
You see, both play.
Yeah, so that means
Yeah, yeah, both of
we
them
both,
did it.
yeah.
Um,
When you're hurt, you what?
get quiet.
I noticed that. But I always ask you what's wrong.
I gotta try to figure it out.
Why do you think you need to figure it out alone though? I notice a lot of men do that.
It's like I like to analyze even if I did something wrong, what could I have done differently? Did I say something the wrong way? How can I bring peace among this situation? Or I try to use my brain and analyzing everything that I do to try to bring peace among things. Because I don't want to end up having a bigger argument over something that may be very little.
I do. I think I've seen you pray before, and and I don't know. Like sometimes for me, if I'm saying something wrong to you, God always chastises me, and I tend to always come now to you and say, "I'm sorry, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that," and I'm sorry. How can we make it better? So I've been doing that not a lot lately, but I know how to do it now. It's not so bad. Like if I'm being chastised. Know what you're saying? What you think?
Yeah. I,
Don't be saying yes for the sake of the people. Do you think I do that?
no, you have been doing it.
So I'm going to finish the sentence. When I'm hurt, I usually project. And I'm,
Yes. 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 Yes.
dang, I'm working on it.
Yes. No, but your projection used to be worse back then. It was like a projector on the wall. Everybody see the scene.
You better start getting that mic. Yeah, I would agree. I didn't know how to. This is that ego thing. Like, do you not know who I am? So I had to literally, I work on that daily because ego in me wants to come up really big. And I have to learn, or not learn, because I'm learning it and I do it. I have to constantly work on this. Like when I'm angry, I kind of just shut up. Because if I'm not quiet and think about what's going on, I lash out, and
The
it's
wrong way.
sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes my old habits they do come up, and what I do like now is our daughter Faith. She will come when I'm like in my room or something. Why are you smiling so hard? She'll come in the room and she'll sit by me. God has given me something. Just she's just such a blessing. She sits by the bed and she's like, "Mom, so, do you think that was really nice that you did that?" And I'm just like, leave me alone. She's like, I want you to know that I love you. She'll come and she'll hug and kiss me. How can you refute that? Like, she wears me down. She makes me all mushy inside. And I'll break down and I'll just say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was wrong. And she's like, I know, it's okay. And she shouldn't have to do that because I am the parent and I should have the emotional intelligence enough.
But I believe sometimes God puts certain people in our life that are able to touch our heart.
And she's the only one that can do it. Everybody thinks it's my son, but it's her.
No, he just gets stuff out of her. That's all.
Yeah, because I don't like to argue. He's so cute. He's so cute to me. So when I'm hurt, that's what I do, or that's what I did, and I'm working. I'm still yet working on it. I'm not a finished product yet, but I'm still working on it. And I just want to thank you for being able to see sometimes, because you do this thing where you're just like, well, that's not what you're really upset about, and when you get better, you come and talk to me, and then you'll just go in the room, and I'm like, hey,
No,
I'm mad.
man, we was in our last apartment, and we had an argument. Oh, this argument was out with blow up. And she went in the washroom area. I said, "You need to be on timeout."
He closed me in the closet. I was mad. That made it worse.
No, and then she was crying, laughing. She couldn't get me bad enough.
He put me in the closet. You need to be in timeout. Give me some of your water. I am over here. I don't know why I cooked off the dust over here. I don't know what's going on. I'm thirsty. So the last one. The last one. Okay. What are you currently working through that I don't see? What are you currently working through that I don't see? Are you? This is pillow talk, so you don't have to share all of it if you don't want to share it with the people.
Honestly, I don't know what do you see. I'm not in your head or your eyes is what you see, but I know for
No,
me,
that I don't see. Like something that you're working through that, like I'm not paying close attention to is what the question
but
is
I
asking.
don't know. I mean, all I can say some days I still at the same time. I have time where I do miss my mom. That's one thing I do go through a lot. Then at the same
And you
time,
think I don't see it?
oh, I don't know if you see it or not.
No, no, no. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I'm just saying what I think you don't, what you
Okay.
may not see. So I don't know.
Okay.
Then at the same time, sometimes I do go through a point of loneliness.
Hmm. Is it because you're missing your mom or you miss me? What are you missing?
I think I miss parents. Period. My parents. Period. When you like Israel have me to talk to. He can
Hmm.
talk to me. Um, he have you to talk to if you want to talk to. I don't have nobody like that. My grandma passed, my granddad passed. So listen, I ain't got no grandparents. When I go to your granddad, when I go to your grandma and granddaddy house, I'm like, I'm ecstatic because it's like, that's the only grandparents I got. So I don't have, it's like a family. I don't have that. So it's just me now. I have brothers, but really just me. So I don't really have anybody I can really sit down and talk to. I mean, I have, friends, like best friends, like maybe two, three best friends I can talk to. But I don't talk to them about everything because for some reason I just don't want to burden nobody with my thoughts.
Hmm. Do you feel like you're burdening me if you talk to me about it? Or do you feel like you can't talk to me about it
I
because
know
of.
it's not that I don't think no, honestly I don't think I can talk to you about anybody because I don't think it will come out clear. In my mind it sound clear, but when it comes from my heart it don't sound clear. So I just figure I say I put the God in, that's why I just it go.
Well, you shouldn't have to think like that. I don't want you to think that way.
Oh no, that's why I just I want to be by myself. I want to be my intro.
You don't want to be.
Oh no, I'm with you all the time. But I'm just saying, like we're being apart. Then we're going to Popeyes together, gas station together, all that stuff.
I'm sorry that you sorry that you
Them shit goes away.
yeah, but there's something that you know, you need to be able to talk about. And I'm wondering if it's because of the relationship I have with my mom that
No, it's
that
not.
that
That's
you keep it.
no problem. I wasn't making people. We got to pay about that voice. Well, so that's my issue.
But I don't want you to
I'm gonna
have those people for I can't do it. God is something because everybody doesn't have so,
yes.
that was the question. What was what is something that
Yes. Yes.
it would be that pressure not being easy with and have to be available so much for the children and for them. I think that you understand it, but for me it is very, very, very important that I do this. But I think that sometimes I feel like say don't do so much to get to this point. You miss your family, you miss us, you know. So in so many ways, I say like don't forget that you're here. And I want to break those generational things. And I think we already have. Like I always tell people, we love each other and we love each other. And because we love each other, we love each other, our family has the generational things. A lot much people don't even know what it's like, or if they see people without a mom and a dad, they're like, "Oh, you don't have a dad? Oh, where is it?"
Yeah.
You know, so we've broken that part. But um, the financial portion is what is what I am really, really concerned with as well. Like, you know, making sure that we can have our finances the way that it needs to be and financial literacy in a marriage. I wish we had known all these things.
That's something we need to work on right now. I mean, honestly, that's something we need
Mhm.
to present to people
Yeah.
on their marriage, on how to deal with their finance, because
Yes.
that could break up a marriage so fast, faster than infidelity.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have the finances or know how to, you know, manage your finances, it will tear up a marriage in a minute.
Yeah.
So, well, you know, I'm thankful that these questions were not hard. These are things that we talk about often. The one thing I can say that I didn't know is that you felt alone, and because you miss your parents. And I'm so sorry that I can't feel that void.
Oh, no, you know, I mean, my dad been he passed about 22 years now. My mom 2 years, so it's a good minute. It's a good while.
Yeah, but even still, I don't like that you know that you feel that way when you do feel that way.
Well,
I don't, and I don't see it because you hide it so well.
yeah, you know, be honest with you, a son will always long for a father
Mm-hmm.
and mother. That's something that you cannot stop from taking place.
Yeah.
But what I do is I remind myself the good moment times I had with both of them
Mm-hmm.
that will help ease and understand because they're not here no more. That don't mean they have been forgotten.
Correct. Correct.
So that's one thing.
Okay. Again, I do love you.
I love you too.
And those of you who are just chiming in, we're getting ready to log off. Maybe you guys can catch the replay. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts. I'm
Yes.
sorry. so you can catch the replay. You can always catch the replay here on YouTube. .com, and we're on Facebook as well. We're also on Instagram and we're on Reddit. So if you look up our name, Taisha and Elias Carvel, all these things are just starting to pop up now, and you'll be able to find us. So if there are no other questions or concerns, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. And
Yes.
just remember that our story it may not resonate with you, or it may resonate with you, but make sure that sometimes when you're hearing this, if it's not for you, share it. You never know who this could be a blessing for, because a lot of the things that we've gone through, we talk about the beginning a lot, and there are other people who need to hear this, you know what I mean? So share it with your family, with your friends. And is there anything else that you want to share, babe?
And please always, because I don't agree with you, I learned to listen, hear, and remember. Because sometimes it may not be for you today, but tomorrow you might need it. It's like going to church. The pastor might preach a sermon that you may need. I don't need that sermon. But then something tomorrow happens, like, oh my goodness, I'm glad I heard that sermon, because why? It helped take me through that day. Sometimes we think we don't need it, but we need somebody to talk to us. We need somebody to hear us. And we need a deaf ear.
You always talk about that too, but maybe you can explain it to the people the next time.
Not right now. To be continued.
Well, thank you guys for watching and tuning in to Let's Talk Marriage, where we speak what?
Through transparency.
Marriage through transparency. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you all with the love of the Lord. Make sure that you continue to pray for us as we continue to pray for you guys. God bless you. See you next time.
Stay blessed.